Hello friends, this is our would-be IoT app. So let me start the presentation right from the very beginning. I have given you a URL which you need to just download. The file would be in a zip format. You just need to extract the file and you will be getting a folder by the name called Smart Home. So once you have downloaded, once you have extracted that, now you can open it from Android, from File, Open, and then you will choose the folder where you have kept the file, and this particular application will be getting started. So it will show something like this icon is very mandatory. This icon will show that the resources are all working pretty fine. Okay, if the icon is not shown, then there is some issue, so do check this one first. Okay, now once the app gets open, the very first thing what you can do is that you can try out to see the manifest file, because it will show you that how many activities you have got. Over here there is a default activity, there is a main activity, and this is a splash activity. Splash is the one that will be opening at the very first when you open the app, and it will have a little bit of animation, and then it will move to the next activity. Okay, so there is an activity called main activity, splash activity, there is another activity called second activity, there is activity called login user. So after the splash gets activated, it stays for a while, and then the login activity will be coming in front of you. Okay, and if you're providing a proper credential, then only the next activity will be getting open. So that's how the program will be moving on. Okay, so let me do one thing. So I will start with, as you can see over here, it has got splash screen. So this is a splash screen. So come to the Java, come to the package, and you will find a splash screen over here. So this is a splash screen which is going to run for the for a certain time, that is the 10,000 milliseconds of time. It will be 10 seconds. It will be running for the 10 seconds, and after it has executed successfully, then it will be opening the intent will be given a call. The intent is used to transfer from one activity to another. It will be giving a call to login user. So this particular activity will be getting opened. Okay, and as this particular activity gets open, the current activity, which is splash screen, will be getting closed. Okay, so this particular activity will be getting closed. So this is the login user activity, where the user is supposed to provide username and password. This particular application has got inbuilt database, and we are using over here the SQLite database. Okay, so the database related files are all there in this particular class file. This is a class file, database support. I've created a simple class file. How do you create a class file? So right click on the app name, go to new, go to Java class. You can see over here. So in that way I have created a database. I've given the database name as sh.db. Only three options are there: username, password, and email. And over here you can see that I have created a table by the name right over here is called user details, where username will be the primary key. That is going to be unique as well. It will also have a password. Okay, and now once you have created the database, you can create new user account. Okay, so there is the option for creating new user account. So this particular function will be made use of, insert function, which will be taking username and password. Currently I'm not using the email, I've just kept it an option. So I will be taking input from the user, the username and password, and then that will be stored in the database. So this particular segment is responsible for storing in the database. Okay, and the next time I can go for login. So here is the portion of login comes. The login, the user will be providing the username and password from the table. In case if that username is available, then the record will be retrieved right over here, and we will check that the user given input and the available record that is there in the database, both in regard to username and password, is it true or false. Okay, until it is true, the loop will be continuing. Once it is found to be true, then it will return, it will get back. Okay, it will open, and if it is not going to get the valid data, then it will return p. The p would be invalid then. Okay, that value will be coming to the login user Java. So let's see over here. So initially let me also open the activity of the here it is, layout, and this is the login activity. Here the user is supposed to provide the username and password. You can see username and password. Once that, and then the user will click the button, and on that the user will move to this particular function called user login. I'm pressing the keyboard control from the keyboard, and I'm clicking this one. This hyperlink comes. So here you can see that the user is providing username and password, and then it is going to give a call to my DB. Again I'm pressing the control from the keyboard. It will navigate directly over here, to the database called MyDB, and from there what I'm doing, I'm just providing the, as I just now showed you, that the user will be providing username and password, and then it will really come to the file called MyDB. Here the password will be checked, and in case if the password matches, then we are going to open the main activity. Okay, and now once we open the main activity, so we will be starting the intent, and if it is not going to work, then it will show the wrong credential. Okay, so let me run the particular program. So as I do that, I have already created the emulator. The emulator is running, and for you people, if you have sufficient memory, main memory in your system, then only you will install the emulator. Otherwise the process will be very slow. You can directly connect your data cable with the laptop, and directly this particular thing will be worked in your mobile phone. So you don't need to go for the emulator in that case. Okay, so it might take some time to activate this emulator for a while. So let's the thing going on. So as I just now stated, that at first the splash screen will be coming up. From the splash screen it will be staying for a while, and then the splash screen for 10 seconds it will be staying in front of the screen. It will give you a bit of animation effect. It looks good actually. And after that the login screen will be coming up, but the username would be, currently the username which I have given is Swaroop, and the password which I have given is Saha, S-A-H-A. So you will be using that username and password, but if you want, you can create new user from your end also. That option is also there, because if you see over here, I have another activity by the name called second activity, which will be this second activity which will be helping me to create new user as well. Okay, so through this I can create new user. That also I will be showing it. Let this particular app get started. So currently in this particular app, you have the feature of logging, you have the feature of creating user, you have the feature of a splash screen, you have the feature of navigation drawer. Navigation drawer is very important these days, because that's how you navigate from one application to another. You will be seeing it very soon. So one activity to another will be done by the navigation drawer, and after that I will just create one more activity where I will be having a button, and if I click the button, the data will go to the Firebase, and from the Firebase it will be enabling the relay module. Relay module will be used for switching on and off electric bulb. So actually it's a module that connects to your AC current and will convert into DC. Okay, so that particular segment is just left, but it won't take much time for me because it's already running. I just have to integrate that segment inside this particular app. Okay, so what I will be saying is that you guys please go through this app again and again, just to see that everything is working fine. See, right now I'm running in my system, so you can see it's working live, so there will be no bug, there will be no issue. So you just need to run it in your computer and just see the flow of control, how the thing is flowing, and that's it. You will I think if you go through in this way, then definitely you can create a documentation also, because you have to prepare your documentation. Okay, almost my app is getting to be ready, and now it is just waiting for the target to get online. This process takes a bit of time. Even though I have got 8 GB of RAM with i5 processor, still it takes so much amount of time. So you also can understand that if you have got i3 and with 4 GB of RAM, then what would be the scenario. So like as I already said, don't worry about this, because the APK is still building. So once the APK gets built, then the application will start. So just wait for a while. Since it's working for the first time, so it will be taking a bit of time. See over here, this was animation which I was talking about. From the splash screen is waiting for 10 seconds, and after that the login screen will come actually. Yeah, here is the login screen. So if I provide some wrong username, suppose I'm giving Raj, which is not available, suppose I'm giving password as Aryan, so I try to click it, it will tell you wrong credential. That means the database is not valid, the record is not valid. Okay, but if I give Swaroop and Shaha, so you will see the main activity, and here is the main activity. Here you have option called navigation drawer. See, this is navigation drawer. Through this you can create new user. Okay, so I will create new user over here. So suppose Rahul, That's just a minute. R-A-H-U-L, Rahul. Password is suppose strategy, CHATTERJW. So that's the password. Or better, I will go for a small password. One, two, three. Okay. So let me save the record. Yeah, data got saved successfully. Very nice. So sweet. So now what I can do is that I can start the process once again. So let me close this app so that I can restart the thing again from the very beginning. Yeah, now I will start the app once again. And this time I log with the newly created user account, which I just now created. Okay, so just wait for a while. Oh, sorry, I just clicked it. Yeah, I click OK. This time it won't take too much time because already the app got executed once, so it will start comparatively much faster than the previous one. So what you saw that the login part was there, and the login part, this whole thing is being taken care by the database support file. So this is the file which is taking the entire thing about database, and I'm using the SQLite. So if by the time when you will be preparing the documentation, and the app is going to start now. Yeah, so the splash screen is coming. Yeah, see there is a slight animation effect. From the lighter it became prominent. It is staying for 10 seconds, and after that the login page will come. And since I've already got two user accounts, so this time I'm going for Rahul, which I just now created, and the password is 123. So next time when you, by the way, when you will log into the application for the first time, you will be using the username which I have provided, that is Swaroop. Okay, and something went wrong. Wait, the app, something went wrong. So let me close the emulator. This is the problem of emulator. At times the emulator creates a problem. So it's always preferable that you run the application directly on the cell phone. So if you do that, there won't be any issue. So this thing happens at times. Emulator takes actually a lot of, cold booting is taking place. Emulator take a lot of memory resources. So at times emulator get crash. Okay. So in that case, you just need to close emulator and you need to start it once again. That's the only option you have got. Okay, so yeah, I was talking about that. This is the file which is related to the database support, and here I have created the database by the name sh, and there is a table. This is a variable name you can see over here by the name username, and these are the attributes of the given table. Okay, so this was the function that is responsible for storing data in the table. So I am taking from the second activity, which is responsible for storing data from insert record. See over here, insert record is there, so this will bring me directly to the, so this is the page through which I'm registering the user. Okay, so this is the activity. So just when you will be going through it, go through both the things simultaneously. You will be going through the class file at the same time. You will also go through the activity, then you will be able to follow one after the other. See over here you have a button called add. So when I click this button, it will bring me to the function called insert record. So this is the function that is responsible, and over here see I have given a call to mydb.insert, and the app is getting started. Okay, so for hyperlink I'm using the CTRL control from the keyboard, so you can also do that. It will directly navigate you to the place where the function has been declared. Okay, so the splash screen started. Okay, I have given the name over here as Smart Home. I think the title is suitable for the given app. And after that, now I'm going to log Rahul, and the password was 123. Yeah, voila, just see the newly created account got activated. Okay, so if you find any kind of issue in the emulator, just close it. Otherwise, if you are using mobile phone, the problem will not take place. So here I just show that how will you create the user, and in the upcoming video and in the upcoming project I will be just giving you the activation of this particular option. Okay, drawing line. I didn't create any activity for that. And over here there is also an icon. So this icon also you can navigate. You can click this icon, create user. So this icon also I'm not. I've just created the icon. I just didn't go for the navigation. The same option. If you click the create user and see over here right now, home is been installed. There's a default statement I'm showing. The same option will be coming over here. Okay, so we can navigate from either way. Fine. So that's all for this particular presentation. Just go through it and I'm very sure you will enjoy, and just wait for the next part of the video. And in between, start the documentation, see the coding from here and then search a little bit. Hopefully you will do the documentation part also. Okay, thank you so much.